I'm Suan. I work as a registered and licensed counsellor here in Malaysia. I have a total of 11 years of work experience, but not all of it was in counselling. My counselling journey started when I was in my Masters of Counselling program at the University of Malaya. I did my practicum in 2018 and did my internship hours in 2019. Applied for registration in 2020 and officially registered and licensed as a counsellor with the Malaysian Board of Counsellors since 2021. I currently work freelance for a couple of centres, but I work officially online, mostly online, as an online counsellor. And they call the freelance counsellor, they also call it an associate therapist. So the centres will have clients approaching them, and the centre will refer clients to me or my other colleagues who are also counsellors or therapists, and I provide the counselling services to the clients. Personally, for me, when I was deciding what to do in my bachelor's program or undergraduate degree, I picked something that I'm good at, which was accounting, and then I thought of something that might be helping people, which was law. So I actually studied in my undergraduate degree, I studied commerce and law. So then I worked as an international tax consultant with one of the big four accounting firms here in Malaysia. And that nagging feeling of still wanting to further do some kind of social work that helps people was nagging at me when my father passed away. So that's when I explored the field of counselling by talking to people, volunteering at NGOs, and hence eventually applying for the Masters in Counselling program. And I told myself I can always say no if it doesn't fit with me, but whenever I attended classes, I just felt like it sits right with me, and this felt more like me. So I continued with the Masters of Counselling program while working part-time, so it was very, very difficult, but there was a sense of willingness for me to do it, and I still didn't have all the answers. I didn't know exactly what kind of counselling I want to do, whether it's to counsel children, families, or just adults, or counsel in the hospital. I didn't know, but I just took it step by step, and I'm happy that I met people along the way that helped me through and taught me a lot of things about life. And I am happy that now I am doing mostly for work as a counsellor in the helping profession. I'm very proud of it. As a counsellor who works remotely, I provide mental health support to clients who might be struggling emotionally, personally, work-wise, or even mental health issues. And I do it all through digital communication, meaning like video calls, if you might be familiar with Zoom or Google Meets or whatever new things that might be coming out now. I might sometimes, but quite rarely, do it through phone calls. Usually those are in case of emergency, or they have no access to internet or a computer video call facility. And another option is through instant messaging as well. So right now we can use WhatsApp and all sorts of chat messaging functions. And sometimes, again, very rarely, through email as well. So these are all the options for a counsellor working remotely, and that is not in person, physically, face-to-face. When we conduct these sessions, it is to provide support mentally and emotionally, and to help the clients navigate through life challenges. So there'll be skills, interventions, understanding their problems, and all of this is just to promote healthy mental well-being. Some of the challenges as a counsellor working remotely is we don't have physical tools that we can use with the client around us. So we have to be a bit more creative and leverage off technology and resources that we could use online. Another point is that we can only see our clients and the clients can only see us from here on up. So we need to be a bit more vocal about what we're doing and check in with the clients more often and regularly as the session goes on. Another thing is that when you work remotely, you're not surrounded by people, so it's important to have your own support system, healthy habits and routines that fill you up and help you become a healthier and more effective counsellor. Another thing I foresee is a more integrated approach, not just amongst mental health professionals like psychiatrists, psychologists, and counselors, but also with those outside the mental health field, like even personal fitness coaches or nutritionists, and even people who run activities in the arts and sciences. With a more integrative approach, then we can increase the vitality of each person and see them as a whole. So while there may be a lot of technology that can help us in this field, one thing that it may not be able to replace is that human connection. And that's why I feel it's important that we still have improve and develop our skill set as counselors and help people move toward connecting toward their own humanity. So what keeps me in this field is the sessions and the moments where I can practice being open-minded and really curious, and also help the individuals see themselves with a sense of wonderment that they are a whole being and not just a problem. So that's a huge part that I enjoy. And another big thing for me is that I used to struggle myself, where I worked a completely different job, and not just about the job, but just life in general felt out of my control, not my choice. So I struggled then, but many experiences, people, and learnings helped me through it. And I want to share that and sort of share it forward to those that I work with, and also apply it in my life and further it through my current career as a counsellor.